From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching your hometown information station, CBTV 17.
This week on Council Bluffs News, gun school. The choice to sell the vacant property stirs up controversy at a recent city council meeting. Then we go to the Mid-America Center for the annual River City Hunting and Fishing Expo. Plus, social networking. Marie Zeitner finds where Iowa Western stands on the websites you use every day. That and more, all in this week's Council Bluffs News. Welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm James Lathrop. Gunn Elementary of North Broadway has remained vacant for over a year now. And for the past few months, the Selden Company of Omaha has been trying to have the property rezoned to accommodate a hefty renovation project. In a city council meeting on December 10th, council members moved the decision to rezone the unoccupied school to a second reading, taking place January 14th. They're at it again.
We're just a community trying to do what's best for our neighborhoods.
The debate on rezoning the property that Gunn School sits on continues at a city council meeting January 14th.
I can't believe that squeezing 46 more families in between Orchard and Linden will not create problems.
This is the second reading of the issue, the first happening on December 10th of last year.
I don't think we want to get into a discussion on the gun school issue at this point.
Dave Christensen presented the council with a petition full of signatures of those who opposed the rezone.
Motion to receive and file.
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Selden Company of Omaha is requesting the rezone from the present R1 single-family housing to R3 for low-density multifamily housing.
To have our construction of our residential project.
The company is wishing to renovate and expand the property with 41 bedroom units and 6 two-bedroom units for the elderly.
Although we're not going to have any services or meals, we will have community area like a community room.
Deb Peterson is an attorney representing Selden Company. She says the property, dubbed Linden Place Apartments, will not be a nursing home.
We will have an office on the premises that'll be staffed during regular hours. And maintenance and emergency will be available 24/7.
Standard apartment amenities. But many neighbors of the school still oppose the rezone.
We're sort of creating an elderly ghetto on North Broadway.
He says the street already has too many places for seniors to live. Not a problem now, but when the baby boomers are gone.
That will leave North Broadway with a whole bunch of apartment houses with no restrictions and no parking.
What Christensen would like to see is the building torn down, something the school district hasn't done, being enrollment in the past years has been unpredictable.
So we're not so eager to get rid of all our buildings right away.
Still, with the purchase price sitting at $240,000, school board member Bill Grove says the board can't pass up the offer.
If we would choose to demolish it, we've had estimates as high as over $200,000. That's a $500,000 turnaround for our school budget.
But if the property sits too long, it can easily become an eyesore, and there's little the city can do about it.
If the building sits there and decays, again, we do not control that building. We cannot force that building to be torn down.
Not without an engineer surveying the building and declaring it dangerous to the public.
You can avoid that by keeping it boarded up, keeping a fence around the property. They can go a long time before we can actually pull the trigger on a demolition.
The council moved the decision to a third reading that'll take place on January 28th. Dave Christensen says he'll continue to push to have the project stopped. You can let us know what you think of Selden's project on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/CBTV17. If you like fishing, hunting, birdwatching, or anything else that takes place outdoors, then you've probably heard of it. The River City Hunting and Fishing Expo takes over the Mid-America Center every year with over 100 different exhibitors, a handful of speakers, and unlimited fun for the kids. IWTV student Amy Barrett has more.
My name is Jared Whitland from Pheasants Forever, and the Potawatomi County chapter of Pheasants Forever is sponsoring the River City Hunting, Fishing, RV, and Outdoor Expo this weekend at the Mid-America Center. We've got outfitters from all over the country, trout fishing, and we've got youth shooting events, and we've got a lot of conservation groups here as well, much like Pheasants Forever. And Potawatomi County Pheasants Forever is actually a sponsor of this event, and they do a great job bringing in sportsmen and women from all over the country to learn what the outdoor industry has to offer, and that's what we're really about here at the River City Expo.
We have over 100 vendors this year from over a 6-state area, Minnesota, Nebraska, North and South Dakota, Kansas, Iowa, and we have a couple of Canadian vendors here as well. One of the other activities we have this year is our dog village. And we have over 9 rescue groups here. We're very proud of this. We have the Potawatomi County animal shelters here. We have the Midlands Animal Shelter. And then we have various, some by specific breed and some by any breed whatsoever.
Hello, I'm Paige Pauley. I'm Miss Teen Rodeo Iowa 2013. Throughout my year, I plan to go to rodeos throughout the state of Iowa, promoting rodeo and the Western lifestyle, being a good role model to little kids, and just mentoring little kids and helping out just with the sport of rodeo, something I love.
We have Jerry Walker, who's doing catfish. We have Dave McCoy, who's doing bass. Joel Vasic from South Dakota is doing bass and walleye fishing. And Jeff Lewis is doing predator calling, and I'm missing a few people.
This week in news around the Bluffs, the CB ambassadors welcome a new business to the city. Coxborough's Barbecue of Metro Crossing gets the special treatment January 17th. The restaurant offers 4 different styles of barbecue and a handful of sides to match. This barbecue joint is unlike many in the area due to its drive-through. The business's grand opening took place in late October of last year, and regional manager Scott SEARS says they already have some regular customers.
It's been going great. A lot of really great people have come in, and we've got some loyal guests already. They're coming in every single day and eating barbecue, so it's been a really big treat.
Coxborough's Barbecue is located at 3515 Metro Crossing Drive. Mild weather taking the winter out of Winterfest this season, but these golfers don't mind. The annual frozen golf outing at the Dodge Riverside Golf Club going on without fail. Golfers get in some tee time, plus they get prizes and gifts for participation. With almost no snow on the ground, open golf is available at the club as well. Head golf professional Tom Potvin says he expects to see quite a crowd.
We've been open off and on as long as we don't have snow cover on the greens in certain parts of the golf course. We open up to the public, and luckily we've had a nice week this week, so just happened to fall during our Winterfest event too, so we'll have a lot more play than we normally do for our annual event.
If you're interested in golfing at the Dodge Riverside Club, their number is 712-328-4656. Spectators at the ALTJ varsity boys basketball game Friday, January 18th got quite the treat at halftime. The TJ dance team, joined by students, staff, and parents, participated in a reading flash mob. Diane Ostrowski of the Council Bluffs School District says the event is designed to promote literacy.
And the whole goal is to make sure that everyone of all age, especially those before the age of the grade of 3, are proficient readers so that they can stop learning to read and start reading to learn.
You can learn more at facebook.com/CouncilBluffsReads. When we come back, SHUN-SHO FONG of the Bluffs Arts Council joins me in studio to talk about art camps and classes for children, but they need your help. Find out more after the break.
A vast range.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, It's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today. Learn how at ready.gov.
So you can't save money? That's easy as pie. Brown bagging lunch instead of going out. $6 save times 5 days a week times 10 years is $21,000. That's a lot of lettuce. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feedthepig.org.
7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
Mom! Mom!
What?
You can't find Ichabod.
What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Hello and welcome back to Council Bluffs News. Joining me in the studio today is SHUN-SHO FONG of the Bluffs Arts Council. She's in charge of the kids' camps and classes that are going on throughout the school year and the summer as well. Tell me a little bit about some of the camps that you're gearing up for.
Well, the camps that we're focusing on mostly right now are for the Summer Arts Academy. It's called the Black Squirrel Summer Arts Academy. And it's going to be a 2-week program. There'll be 2 separate weeks during the summer, probably mid-June, late July. And it's just an academy where kids can come and take a series of different arts courses and learn a lot of different techniques and spend the day doing what they love.
What are some of those techniques that they're going to learn?
We have had a vast range of skills taught. We've had culinary, we've had acting, we've had ceramics. That's been a really popular one over the years. We've had printmaking, we've had music, we've had dance. We've tried to do just about anything that the kids say they're interested in. We're always looking for, what do you want to do this year? What do you want to do next year? So we're looking for feedback. We're looking to see what the teachers are interested in doing with the kids. So we've tried pretty much everything.
Okay. And do you do that with the school year camps as well?
During the school year, we have to tone it down a bit. Obviously, the kids are a lot busier with their own school activities, and trying to work in more classes is always hard, especially for the parents trying to tote their kids around. But we do offer classes quarterly. So some classes we've had have been glass fusion. I know that we have some more music classes coming up this spring. So again, we try to mix it up throughout the year and just keep things interesting for them.
Okay. And I understand there's a need for educators and instructors for these classes and camps. Tell me a little bit about what you're looking for an instructor.
Yeah. As long as you are in love with the arts, if you have a skill that you think you can teach, whether it's something that you think maybe anybody can teach, even if it's just something like drawing. Maybe you draw in a certain way that nobody else draws. So if you think you have a skill or an interest that you're passionate about teaching, we want you. We also would love to have you be somewhat comfortable with kids, or even if you're not comfortable with kids, have the interest of learning if you're comfortable with kids. Teaching kids and teaching adults are 2 very different things. So we ask that you come in with a mindset of maybe more patience or just being ready to take things at a slower pace.
Okay. Is that volunteer work, or is there a pay basis of some sort?
It depends. It depends on the class. During the summer, for sure, we have salaries for the teachers. We're asking them to give up half or full days of their time. So we do try and give them some money for their time and for their talents. During the school year, again, it just depends on how many classes you're teaching, how many sessions it's going to take, things like that. And so it's a little more negotiable during the school year. But we try to have some kind of salary for them.
Why do you think it's important to teach children about the arts in Council Bluffs?
It's interesting to see what happens to a generation when they aren't plugged in to the arts. They become more calloused. They don't have the wealth of information and knowledge to be able to go on to other jobs. It's interesting how taking one art class can make such a difference for you as you get older, whether it's just appreciating your culture or appreciating somebody else's culture. So I think the arts are really important for kids, getting them to understand it early. You know, they always talk about how it's important for children to learn languages early. It's the same with arts appreciation. If you don't start them at an early age, it gets harder for them as they get older. They get more blasé, more comfortable with their environment, and they don't know how to expand their horizons as easily.
Okay, SHUN-SHO FONG, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much.
More Council Bluffs news is up after the break. Join us for the River Beat.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, are you going out tonight? I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work. That's so gay. Totally gay.
Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia.
Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia?
Well, you know, when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone.
Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
I'm home, and I love it. I'm home, where I belong.
It's always nice to come home, but many Americans are at risk of foreclosure and losing their homes. Making home affordable from the U.S. government has already helped over 1 million struggling homeowners like these. The sooner you act, the better chance we can help you.
I'm home, where I belong.
Welcome back to the River Beat. I'm Marie Zeitner. Spring semester is getting underway and students are already counting down the days until spring break. IWTV scholarship student Shanti Shaknoza has the details.
This is my first semester.
This is my third. Yeah, it's my third too. We started last summer.
Probably about my third, but I feel like I'm still learning.
It's actually my fourth semester.
It's my fourth semester.
Whether it's your first semester at Iowa Western or your last, classes are either getting harder or for others easier.
Class is very easy. Teachers explain everything thoroughly.
It's harder because we're in a vet tech program. Much harder.
School has been sort of a mix mash of a whole bunch of things. Starting from colorful teachers to very interesting people meeting here.
Where you get into your major, which right now I'm a whole other semester deeper, you're starting to get more into the subject that you specifically want to be in.
Students say they stay busy outside of the classroom too.
I play pool, I hang out with my friends, I live in the suites, so there's a lot of social activity there.
We don't have fun. We study. We come to the tutor.
A lot of things to do.
I hang out with my teammates. Play basketball. Football, I'm on the football team.
Whatever it is students do on campus, studying or having fun, they still know they have a lot of work to do until summer break gets here. For the River Beat, I'm Shanti Shaknoza.
With websites like Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest, students are caught in the social web. A few told me about their connection with the online world. It's the life of many these days.
I'm in 3 poke wars right now, so I just poked everyone back.
She doesn't mean literally. Marissa Lewis is using social media.
It's kind of addicting.
Sites like Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, and ongoing list have students hooked on a world outside their own. Social media began in 1997 with blogging, AOL Instant Messaging, and a site called 6degrees.com. 16 years later, almost 2 billion people have an online presence.
I can update what I'm doing whenever.
Iowa Western students point out some downfalls about social media.
It's become a slight obsession for most people, especially the younger generations.
Privacy is another concern.
Parents need to keep more of an eye on their kids and their internet use, but also society, because it's just kind of forcing it down their throats.
And with the fact that people can fake who they are online, users might not know who is on the other side of the conversation.
You gotta know who you're talking to.
But students say using social media helps them connect with friends and family they don't get to see very often.
None of my friends are anywhere close to here, so.
And with social media being so popular, how many hours a day do these students use it?
About 3 to 4, I would say.
24/7. Probably good 3 or 4 hours. Probably like 5, 6 hours of the day. I'm probably like tweeting constantly.
I'm not like a chronic tweeter, so I don't just sit on my phone and just tweet. But you know, I space it out throughout the whole day.
And the ultimate question, what would they do without it?
I don't know really. That's a good question. I never really thought about it. I have to adapt some kind of way. I don't know right now because I have it, so I don't know.
There's a lot people can do with social media. Iowa Western students enjoy the pastime it fills and enjoy staying connected to friends and family. Other social media sites like Skype and FaceTime allow you to see the other person you're talking to. And with social media constantly changing, future college students are sure to be using new and improved ways of communication. Coming up next time on the River Beat, we'll take a look inside the suites, apartments, and tower on campus. We'll help you figure out which place is best for your needs for on-campus living. And also, recycling. We'll find out where all the trash on campus goes and what the school does with recyclables. Be sure to like us on Facebook. For the River Beat, I'm Marie Zeitner. See you on campus.
Thanks, Marie. Here's a look at what's coming up this weekend in Council Bluffs. Friday, January 25th, Winterfest continues with the Winterfest Ice Bash. It's all going down at the West Broadway Hy-Vee. Bring your appetite for the fish fry and beer tasting and stay for the ice fishing seminar. There'll be door prizes, a silent auction, and more, all going on from 6 to 8 p.m. Then the following day at Lake Manawa State Park, it's the annual Winterfest Ice Fishing Derby. Check-in is at 6 a.m. and registration is just $20. You'll receive prizes for specially tagged fish, with one fish tagged for the grand prize of $25,000. You'll need a fishing license to participate. For questions, call 712-366-0220. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. Join us next week when we find out what it takes to catch that $25,000 fish. Plus, the River Beat's Marie Zeitner investigates what it's like to live on the campus of Iowa Western. If you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, you can email us at cbtv@iwcc.edu, call us at 712-325-3312, or send us a message on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/cbtv17. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm James Lathrop. See you next week.